Kiko Milano has come out with their new holiday Wonderlights limited edition. This is their holiday collection. We have a lot of pieces. I picked up a few and I already had a few from their advent calendar. So we're gonna try out a lot of makeup today. Let's get into it. I'm not gonna go into super detail with the things that I already had from the advent calendar. I already did a try on swatches and everything. I will show you some swatches. I might incorporate a few things, but mostly we're gonna talk about the new things that I picked up today at the store. One thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put on a little bit of the Holiday Wonderlands Starlight Kiss lip balm. This is a product that always goes viral every year from Kiko Milano. It's super shimmery on the outside, but then when you apply it, it is a balm with a little bit of a subtle shimmer in it. And my lips are a little dry, so we're starting with this. It's really subtle. My cat is calling me. He leaves and then it's like, where are you? Where did you go? It doesn't make any sense. Alright, a little bit of a zoom. I asked you what you are excited about and a lot of people did say that they loved the look of the eyeshadow palette. So I did buy the eyeshadow palette. It is in a black shimmery round packaging with the golden details. This is the Holiday Wonderlights Festive Flash eyeshadow palette. It has 12 colors. It is 28 euros, I believe. It's pretty spency, especially because it's not like a huge palette. Let me see. There are 7.5 grams in this entire palette, so that's not a crazy amount. I do like that we get some nice cool tones in here. We get some pops of color, but we also only have 5 shimmers. We have 7 matte, 5 shimmers. We're gonna test it out. We're gonna see what the quality is like. It was a little bit hard to swatch. I hope you can forgive me for that because of the pen shapes. But of course, the actual look is what tells you the most. And I don't know, I kind of want to see if the colorful shades in this palette are any good. So I'm gonna start out with this kind of like bluish, slightly teal shade in the crease. And I'm really carefully dipping in because these are really like powdery shadows. They really kick up a lot in the pan and that can make for quite the mess in the palette, especially with all of those little pans together like that. It's definitely hard to get the product evenly on my brush with that pen shape, but the shade itself is looking good. Like once built up, it's looking good. But yeah, it's also falling in the shimmers next to it, so there might be a little like speck of teal in my shimmers. Like this is so messy. There's all of this teal eyeshadow, but it's looking good on the eye. We're blending it out. It's looking pretty good. I feel like this year we're seeing some pretty good quality eyeshadow palettes from Kiko Milano. I feel like they stepped it up a little bit. Like the prices have gone up definitely. Like Kiko Milano is not that affordable anymore, and they used to be pretty affordable. Like it used to be like 10 euros for a lipstick. Not anymore. Okay, applying a little bit under the eye as well. I did already do a little bit of a base. I do have a skin tint and concealer on, so I hope this is not gonna cause too much fallout. I didn't really think of that. Yeah, it's a little messy on the lower lash line. Gotta clean that up a bit. I'm blending the edges a little. I don't know if this is like my favorite shade, but I guess it's working. It's working. I just feel like with this type of shade, with this type of pigment, it's easier for it to look a little bit patchy. I'm gonna try and fix it a little bit by building it up a bit. But it's also because of the contrast between my skin and this shade. Like this is not a nude color by any means. Okay, I think it's looking a little better now. It's just so hard to get into this pan with my brush, and it's just not the most pigmented blue eyeshadow, and I feel like especially with blues it kind of has to be pigmented to look good, and I kind of made it work, but it's not my absolute favorite. I think I'm gonna try and deepen up the outer corner a little bit with the deepest brown with a smaller brush. See how that works. With a smaller brush, at least it's easier to get into this eyeshadow palette. And I feel like the brown and the blue work together pretty well. It's taken away though from the really like colorful vibe of the look. Now it's a little bit more smoky. I like that brown. Just taking a little bit underneath just what's left on the brush and blending the edges again. Okay, I'm liking it better now. I think this is looking better. Yeah, it's a nice and smoky. Let's try one of the... no, wait. I want to try the kind of like lilac-y matte. And I want to try that in my crease as well. I'm gonna grab a small brush. This one is also very powdery. Very powdery. And I'm gonna apply that in my crease, but towards the inner part. I do feel like a lilac shade like this together with a teal is quite cute. I like it. This one is quite a like soft lilac though. Like there's pigment, but it's a soft shade. Okay, I think I want to grab one of the shimmers and I'm gonna go with this kind of like darker gray shimmer, and it is what it looks like. It looks pretty good. It looks promising and I think it's gonna be nice, but I have to build it up for sure. There's a little bit of a shimmer in it. Yeah, it has to dig in quite a bit. It's not like a one touch and go type of shade. It's not crazy pigmented. It looks pretty though, nice and smoky. But yeah, if you want more of that shimmer and shine, you definitely have to build it up a little. And I think I'm gonna grab this shade over here, this shimmer, and I'm gonna put that more towards the inner part of my eyelid. It's a little bit more pinky. These are not the most crazy impactful shimmers Kiko has done. Like they're pretty, but they're definitely more on the standard shimmer side. They are not as intensely sparkly as the master eyeshadows and some eyeshadow palettes I have tried from their holiday collections. But that is a pretty color. I do like how I can get a different look out of this than just a standard neutral look that I get with a lot of Kiko Milano palettes. I think I'm gonna grab this silvery shade and I'm gonna put that in my corner and wrap it around kind of like to my lower lash line. This doesn't look super silvery. It definitely has a bit of a like champagne quality to it as well. It's quite a nice shimmer. Excited dat je moest komen. I'm gonna take a little bit of the deepest brown and do a shadow liner with that to finish up the look. Just to add a bit more dimension. And you know what, now that we're at it, I'm gonna use a little bit of the Holiday Wonderlights Twinkling Liquid Eyeliner. I got this in the advent calendar. And I think I'm just gonna add a little bit just under here. I need to blend it with something. And I'm not prepared because that was a little harsh. Just adding a little bit of brightness. I think this eyeliner is pretty cute, but you kind of have to figure out a way you like to use it. And for me, it's more like a very precise, like liquid eyeshadow. Brows and mascara are done. I kind of like this look, but also I have mixed feelings. Like it came out quite nice, but I don't feel like it was the easiest to use palette. Okay, next up we're gonna try another product that I've already tried. Like we're gonna use another product that I've already used and that was in the advent calendar, and that is the Holiday Wonderlights Bronze Signature Contour Stick. This is in shade 01. A very cool toned, very light stick. And the first time that I tried it, it actually kind of like broke off. Like it's doing that again. It's the shape. It's like a really soft stick, but then it has this really thin part at the top, and because of that it kind of like breaks once you apply it. I feel like it's gonna be less of an issue the more you use it, but you can see kind of like those pieces that broke off, and I don't really like it. I don't like it. The shape is unnecessary for me. Let's blend this. I do quite like the formula. It's really easy to use. It's quite a nice shade for me, especially in the winter. I do wish that they had darker shades, but I kind of always wish that with Kiko Milano. Like, they really need to step it up. But yeah, this is looking really nice. It's blending really nice. It's just that shape of the actual like contour stick I'm not really getting. I don't feel like it's very practical. But it's looking really nice and I really like the color on me as a bronzer. Then next up a product I think a lot of people are really excited about, but I almost left this at the store and I have a very good reason, but also kind of like a shocking reason. Like this Holiday Wonderlights Radiant Flush Blush. We have in 2 shades. I got 01 Rose Pudding, and when you open it up, it's like so beautiful. It looks so shiny. It has a gradient. It's like the most festive blush lighter vibe, and then when you swatch it, the shimmeriness disappears. And I hate it so much when brands do an overspray. It always takes me back to that MAC blush lighter with the butterflies, and it was so beautiful. And then underneath it was just a light pink chalky powder. In the store, I saw it and I was like, okay, that is definitely an overspray. Like, it's still looking pretty cute here. I just swatched it once. By the way, this is kind of like a lighter nudish pink. Like, not super pink actually. It's more of a nudish shade, and the swatch of this is beautiful, but you're gonna lose that shimmer definitely. And I almost wanted to like not buy this because I really hate it, but I did get a chance in store to swatch what the actual product beneath that overspray was like, and the actual product is quite a nice satin blush. It's just not as shimmery as what you're seeing at first, and I kind of hate it. Also because this is a 22 euro blush. It's not affordable. Like, make it look like it is. I know it's gonna make people like buy it, but also like the overspray in store was already disappeared, so people will know, like they will know what's going on. But we're just gonna try it. We're gonna try it out. We're gonna see. But probably my cheeks now are gonna look a little bit more glowy than what they would look like if I use this like in a few uses. So like now we see that golden glow. It's really glowy, but that's not gonna be the glow for long. So I wish I could show you like the different phases of this product. It's pretty pigmented, and also the glow is quite nice. It's quite nice and shiny. It's glowy. It's not glittery, but it's not gonna last. It's not gonna last. I kind of feel like this could be the type of product that people just buy for like the aesthetic. Like, just put it somewhere, display it, just look at it and never use it because it's just so pretty. Okay, it blends nicely. I did take a little bit too much on this side. Like, it's pretty. It's really pretty. I can't deny it. But it's pretty for now. But of course, I'm always coming back to products that I test in a new makeup update. So I am gonna be like using this, and I am gonna be testing all of these products more and more and more. This is just a first impression, and then I will let you know what's really worth it. Like, this is looking cute, it's looking nice, but yeah, you know, it's a nice color, but that's also why I only picked up one, and I was kind of like ready to leave this in the store. But I also wanted to show it to you. Like, if it were just me, I wasn't filming this, you know. Okay, I also bought a highlighter. This is the Holiday Wonderlights Merryglow highlighter in 01 Graceful Rose. When I saw the pictures, I thought that this was gonna be kind of like a putty highlighter, because we've seen kind of like putty blushes before from them that looked similar. But when you feel this, it's very dry. It's a very dry highlighter. It does look very glowy, but it's definitely dry. Like, it's a dry powder. We are just gonna take a bit and see. We already have quite a glowy cheek going on, of course, but this one is a little bit more icy, a little bit more like a really, really light pink. It's super smooth, really beautiful, but that's what I'm used to from Kiko. Like, they do their highlighters very well, but we often see kind of like similar shades, especially in their holiday collections. Like, it's really beautiful, but this kind of like a very, very light pink we've seen before. Maybe you already have it in your collection. Just gonna blend it out. That's really beautiful. I'm gonna put a little bit on my chin because it's super smooth. I think that will look good. Okay, what do we think of the cheeks? I do like the glow of them. I think they're looking pretty good. Like, the highlighter is pretty nice. Okay, I have some lip products that I want to try. We have a glitter switch liquid lipstick. This is the Holiday Wonderlights Sparkly Matte Liquid Lipstick. I heard these were really popular from, I believe, Dior last year. And now all of the more affordable brands are coming out with them. I got shade 01. And I'm gonna take off this lip balm. And we're gonna see what this is like. If it's any similar to the Essence one from the Up collection. Because that one has like pretty similar colors. Like Kiko has more, but could find a dupe. You can already see the shimmer in this one. Like it's already there. You don't even have to rub your lips together. It feels really moussey. Really moussey. And you can feel that shimmer on your lips. It's a little grainy, like slightly grainy, but it's not something that bothers me personally. Like some people really hate it. I'm fine with it. Okay, I'm gonna let this dry a little, but it's already shimmery. Okay, let's do this. Can definitely see that shimmer. It's definitely there. It looks cute. I like it. It's nice for a party. It's a little bit of a slightly dry feeling liquid lipstick. It's moussey, but it does dry down. So I think if you have really dry lips, then maybe this is not for you. Like it does feel a little dry. But yeah, it's a nice color. I like the cool tone pink. It's definitely very shimmery. I don't think it's gonna be my personal favorite from the collection because it's not super comfortable and not super like everyday wearable. I'm not gonna reach for it like all the time. Then next up, I also have another one of the glitter lipstick. I got the glitter lipstick or the Starry Night sparkling lipstick in 03 in the advent calendar. This is kind of like a toned down red. Really beautiful. I do really like this formula, and they always come out with like different types of shades in this range, and I saw a shade that I really liked. I got shade 02. This is, I think, the Rose Allure one. They never put it on the actual bullet. They always put it on the packaging. I already like threw it somewhere in this room. This is kind of like a deeper rose shade. Really beautiful, muted, a little moody, a little fall-esque, and it's a very comfortable, pigmented, beautiful formula. So I did want to grab another shade. The embossing on this is absolutely magical. I would say if you want like one product that really gives you the vibes, gives you the holiday vibes, you're like, I just want to go into store and buy something that really gets me excited for this time of year, I would say like maybe one of these lipsticks. Like these are really cool. This is such a cool shade. A very like muted rose and also a very creamy formula. It doesn't have as much of a glitter effect as you would think maybe from the outside. It is more kind of like a metallic-ish sheen. You have to like something like that. But for me, there's definitely like a time and a place for that. By the way, this packaging has a magnetic closure and it's just very nice and shimmery. I really like this color. I really like the feel of this on the lips. It's so comfortable. It's not drying at all. I kind of like it with the look even. Like it's a little much, but I kind of like it. This is gorgeous. It just has this beautiful shine. I don't feel like it's too frosty. It doesn't look like too much like a frosty cheap lipstick from like the 2000s. I think this is really nice. I can really see myself wearing this. It's a little muted. It's a little like dark for me. I usually like kind of like lighter, softer lipsticks, but for fall, really nice. All right, I'm totally covered in shimmer. I'm gonna see if I can take that away a little. That's a risk I was willing to take. Okay, we have another one of these Holiday Wonderlights Festive Duo Lipstick and Gloss. We had these in the last holiday collection as well. I'm guessing they sold really well, just like the shimmery lipsticks, and they brought it back. I do like these. So I bought another one, and I bought this kind of like, it's called Gingerbread. It's kind of like this cool tone brown shade. I don't even really know how to call this. Is it a mauve? Is it a brown? Is it even cool tone? We're just gonna try that. I'm first gonna apply the lipstick. It's gonna be, I think, a matte lipstick on the one side or kind of like a satin matte lipstick. And then we have a gloss on the other side. The gloss is kind of like differed between these shades. This one has a slight shimmer in it, it seems. So let's see. I do have a few from another year, but I think I didn't have a shade similar to this. I hope not. Like I checked it, but sometimes it's hard to tell in store. Yeah, this is kind of like, is it warm? Is it cool? Is it brown? A shade is gonna look different on everyone, I think. Super comfortable. I really love these lipsticks. I really like this shade. I'm glad I got this one. I think it's a little bit more brown than the ones that I have. I have 3 from last year. I don't know if you got any from last year, but this one is definitely more berry. That one is 03. Then we have this shade, which is more cool tone. It has a little bit more of a gray purple undertone almost. And that one is 02. And then I have 01, which is more light nude. Okay, I think I got another shade. Like, I got something different. I'm happy about that. Alright, I'm gonna apply a little bit of a lip liner and then we can do the gloss. I am really liking this lip look so far, and usually these last very well also with the gloss. So let's apply a little. It's just a subtle sheen and it makes it even more comfortable, but I don't have any issues with these being comfortable enough. This is really nice. That gloss is not sticky at all. It feels really good. I really just like the combination of those two. I think it's nice that you get 2 in 1, that you get some options. Like you can throw on the gloss, you can throw on the lipstick. I think this is really nice. And this is gonna be the finished look. What do you think? What do you like? Are you gonna be picking anything up? I think overall I'm pretty happy with this look, but I do have kind of like some thoughts about this collection. I feel like the eyeshadow palette is nice, but also a little finicky, a little difficult to use with how the pans are laid out, very powdery shades. I just feel like the blush with the overspray is so unnecessary. I really don't like that. The highlighter is really nice. I do like the contour stick, but as I said, the shape of it just doesn't really like work. It just breaks off. The lip products, I feel like the shiny lipstick and the duo, I already knew I really liked them. I just really wanted more shades. I wanted to see if it's the same formula. They are really nice. I would recommend those. The glitter liquid lipstick feels a little bit drying, but I'm gonna like wear it more for longer. I'm gonna test it out a little more, but that's not gonna be today. I did go into store as I said, and I am gonna be talking about like the other products that I didn't buy, but that's gonna be in Saturday's buy or skip video. If you want to see like my thoughts about these scents, about other things, keep an eye out for that. And yeah, that was everything for this video. Thank you for watching and I will see you in my next one. Bye bye.